All right, we are down south. I did leave on the last day of November. It does take about 1.5 in-game days to get down here, but we are here. What I want to do is just go exploring. I'm just gonna kind of keep going straight south first, just see what we see. Definitely picking up any extra seeds or anything we see. I do have extra tools on the boat, and I've got extra food on the boat, so we'll have to keep coming back to the boat as our base, essentially. We've first got a bunch of limestone here, and I did do a little bit of prospecting. There is possibly some malachite. We don't have any malachite. Oh my goodness. Any malachite blocks in the museum, so we do need to find some malachite for the museum. All right, less malachite over here. So I'll have to kind of poke around a little bit, but first I'm really just exploring to see what we see. In the last world, ooh, oh, I was hoping that was a cave. That might be a cave though. In our last world, we did some southern exploration, like at the very end, and we got to see some cool stuff. We got to see like termite mounds and cactuses and some new animals. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do here, is just see some new stuff, maybe get some new plants. Oh my goodness. Not die to drifters. Just generally have a nice time exploring. Whew. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get out of here. This has been a little scurry, but I decided to come down here because I found a translocator down here, right? I didn't bring any temporal gears. I came down to a very scary area and I killed a bunch of tier 4 shivers and got some temporal gears. So I've already used up a good chunk of my resources. We'll need to go back to base, or not back to base, sorry, back to the ship here soon to restock on food. I'm getting very low on food, but maybe it'll be worth it. Yeah, look at this huge cavern. Unfortunately, that part didn't go very far, and so I did have, it's so big. I don't want to go back down there right now, but that direction down there is where I went to get the temporal gears. Okay, but we do have a translocator over here. It doesn't go, yeah. Like the actual cave itself is not very big. Like this is pretty much it. And then there's like a little dip down here. And this is it. This is the cave. Hopefully we can get some metal parts from something in here. Usually either this, yeah, that one did it. And then this one. Yeah, there we go. We got a few. All right, sweet. I'm excited to see where this translocator takes us. Ooh, all right. Basalt Asher blocks. Ooh, I do want to steal these for the tower at base. It looks like we're really far. No, yeah, we're super far down. We're down here at 12. It's gonna take a while to dig out. But yeah, this jumped us pretty far south. Look at that. South and over. All right, well, clear this up and get started mining upwards. All right, we've burrowed up and I already see a new kind of pig. I don't know that I can get very close to it. Ooh. A bony cow skull. That's interesting. And then we've got cactus. I think at some point, some of these cactuses have stuff on top that you can Yeah, you can harvest. Yeah, and you get a fruit. Okay. I need to get rid of some of these stones. all of my pockets. Look at that. And you can turn it into juice. All right. And then there's some kind of gazelle thing. So unfortunately, the only way we're going to get a close look is to murder. So I'm going to murder it. It looks like a gazelle or an antelope or something. Trying to make sure I get as many arrows back as I can. There we go. Ooh, and there's a hole we can jump down. It's a gazelle. Okay. Whoa, and they give large hides? That's pretty interesting. Okay, I think these are termite mounds and we can get protein from them. So this is the different terrain or biomes. This is the different biomes I was kind of talking about that we just started exploring in the previous world. Look, termites, you can eat them. Yum. Ooh, acacia. Ooh, I would love to get some acacia seeds. These look like big oak trees. They are big oak trees. Ooh, what kind of fruit trees are these? Olive, ooh, an olive tree and a pomegranate tree. Ooh, yes, I'm not gonna get anything right now. I'll mark them on the map. That's really cool. We need to start heading back. We don't have food. So you can pick up some more termites on our way back. That's, is this the best way to harvest termites? Do you just have to destroy their mounds? Will they just rebuild? Or is there a way to harvest some termites but not destroy the mound? Okay, I want to collect a few more flowers and a few more termites, and then I'm gonna start heading back to the translocator so we can get back to the boat. Remember, once we get back to the translocator, we gotta go all the way back up north to the boat. A little bit of a journey, and we don't have really any food. But we're definitely coming back down here after we restock to do some more exploration. I want to find acacia tree seeds. Ooh. Keep getting distracted. We got 2. Oh, sweet. All right, we got 2 seeds. Now, I've never grown an acacia tree. I don't know how many seeds do you get back from them? Are they like birch and pine where you can get a lot of seeds if you use the shears, or are they like other trees like the redwood where you don't really get that many seeds from them? I'm also taking these flowers because they're beautiful. Oh my goodness. Forage, yes please. All right, got a little bit of healing. Trash that. I'm gonna trash that. Okay. Really hoping for any fun new seeds we still don't have. Ooh, this is more amaranth. Okay. We did find some of this while we were sailing. It'd be great to get more. All right, I think I'm good on sunflower seeds. We've got 62 right now. And then at base, we have a few more. So I think we've got enough sunflower seeds. Well, almost back to the boat. Boat's like right here. And I found another translocator. So we are going to need to try to find some more temporal gears. Which means we're going to have to go into the depths. I might try to just dig down here and see if we can find a low cave down here, because this is just right above. This is just right at the surface. Right there. But first things first, is I need to dump my inventory into the boat. Oh, I got insanely lucky. I had gotten another temporal gear on my way back up. Right after I finished recording the last segment, I got another temporal gear from killing something up here. And then I was heading back down because I couldn't find a deep cave up here. I was heading back down to here, where I know there's a deep cave and I kind of already have a safe space set up. And I randomly got another temporal gear. So now we've got all the temporal gears we need for the translocator. I am expecting that luck to run out very soon. For now, I'm very happy for it. Okay, let's hop down here and put in this last temporal gear. Going all the way down. Nothing under here. We're going. All right, here we go. Okay. Ooh. It just took us west. A lot west. Nice. All right, well, go ahead and dig out. See where we are. Honestly, we're probably going to head back and then go down to the other translocator that takes us real far down south. Probably more than I am interested in exploring this, because this just seems more lateral. Let's block you up. We're not too far down. Shouldn't take too long. Oh goodness, unless this happens. It does look like we're gonna pop up under some water. So we'll have some muddy gravel falling on us whenever we do pop out. There it is. Okay. Ooh, ooh, okay. Not hating this. More exciting than I thought it was gonna be, that's for sure. Ooh, that looks like a really cool ruin. Let's check this trader out first. Okay, so we got building materials. I mean, nothing much that I really. Oh wait, you want aged crates? Yeah, I can get you some aged crates. That's something I can do right now. All right, he wanted closed aged crates. Yes, I am back. How many aged crates would you like? You would like only 2? You only want 2 closed aged crates? All right. You need any more? Just let me know, bud. All right. Let's see. Let's check this ruin out. That copper, okay. Ooh, some flax twine. Not bad. Not gonna say no to that. Whoa! Look at this! Tree in the ruin. That's some interesting generation right there. Gonna dig down a little bit, see if there's anything down below. Seeing any ruin-like stuff. Say no on that, at least in that area. Should probably try underneath this big building. Ooh, okay, yeah. Looks like it could be something. Ugh. Another basket, don't need that. Rice grain, okay. Ooh, gold? Take it. Yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. Try over here as well, where like there's some stuff peeking up. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, cabbage seeds. Thing down here. Nope, nothing down there. Grabbing some of this bony soil. Ooh, I haven't done any prospecting. Let's do that real quick. Ooh, looks like it could be fun. Or not. I'm just gonna poke around a little bit more, but then I'm gonna be headed back so we can go super far south again. And is this more amaranth? Yeah, it is. I do want these seeds. Now, we've got another large body of water to the south. So this is that southern translocator, and we kind of explored up here a little bit the first time, and then this second time I came down here, I'm like, let's go south, and it looks like we've got another large body of water down here. Do I want to build another boat? Kind of. We have so many large bodies of water to explore. There are at least 2 more that we know of further north that I'd like to explore and put boats in. All right, I'm gonna go back north a little bit to the deserty area so we can see some more stuff up there. All right, I'm gonna check this area over here real quick just for blue clay. That kind of seems like an area blue clay would appear in. But now I'm distracted instantly by this deep cave. Where this cave goes. It goes nowhere. Okay. Yes, let's check for blue clay, and then we'll head back north a bit to explore the deserty area with the new to us stuff like the cacti and the termites, and be more acacia trees. Whoa, is that bamboo? Hold up. No, this is not bamboo right here. This is like yeah, papyrus. Okay. Can you make parchment with papyrus? Hold on. No, but you can make mats. Oof. I mean, I'm gonna get a little bit, but I mean, it does seem like this is just cattails, but for south. We'll get a little bit. It'll take a few roots just so we have some. I don't think this offers much new stuff. It would be awesome if you could make paper parchment from it. You can make a hunter backpack with it. That's pretty cool. And you can make rush matting with cattails as well. All right, yeah, we'll take some just to have them, but I don't think they provide much new value. But what is that? Is that bamboo? I think it is. I've never gotten bamboo in this game. These are really pretty. Those. Look at this. Bamboo segment. Okay. Okay. This could be fun. Bamboo stakes. Yep. So we can make hats. We can make roofs. How do you grow them? Is it these? The shoots? How do you get new shoots from here? Sapling. Okay, you get saplings from here. All right. I'm gonna take some of these shoots. I'm not seeing blue clay. But I mean, this is definitely looking like a large body of water. All right, let's head back. Oh man, did you see that? Watch this. See how like lush and vibrant and stuff is here? And then you start coming this way and it gets saturated. Look at that. Did you see that change? That's really neat. Keep getting distracted. Interesting. The cactuses don't hurt you. Nice. Dang. Looks beautiful. That looks pretty neat with just one tree on top. It is unfortunate that I have to keep killing animals in order to see them up close, but they just run. This is a Shorshi goat. It's got like spots and stuff. So that's pretty neat. I'm also gonna go ahead and mark this clay. I think I'll ever need to come down here to get clay. but the off chance I do, it's marked. Okay, I'm just looking to see where I am now. So I'm kind of going east a bit. There's this huge mountain here we're running beside. Look at that. Massive. There's no, it looks like there's a little bit of snow up there, but there's no ice up there because we're so far south that it's too warm for ice to be up there, even at the high altitude. Ooh. Oh, yay, soybeans. Yes. I would like more soybean seeds. I don't have very many soybean seeds left. And it looks like we're gonna need to do another boat run, another run to the boat to drop stuff off. The boat's gonna be full very soon. We're not gonna be able to stay down here for as long as I thought we were gonna be able to. I think, yeah, we're getting close to the boat being full. Couple more trips. Ooh, look, even more new stuff that I can't take a look at because it's running away from me. Marsh deer. Wow, you're kind of big. This looks really cool. I like the black points. That looks awesome. See if we can find this arrow, and then we'll head back to the ship. Looks like this one broke. That's okay. Yep, time to head back to ship. Look at how much bamboo. This is, oh my god, this is beautiful. I'm gonna have such a hard time deciding what to use for a thumbnail. There's so many beautiful views down here. Oh, this is winning right now, though. That's really pretty. All right. But yeah, there's just a ton of bamboo down here. I would love to see a new tree type, too. I haven't seen any new tree types. Did see a walnut tree, and I got a couple more walnut seeds from it. And oak seems to be, like, everywhere down here. I heard some bees. Ooh, more soybeans. Oh, we also need more licorice since I did get one licorice seed back from the ones that I foolishly planted, thinking there'd be time. And there wasn't. They died. Hoping I can find some more licorice seeds. Well. All right, let's see. Are we headed in the right direction? Yes, we need to go down, though, because we don't want to deal with all this nonsense. Head south a little bit, and then we can keep going west. Oh my goodness, thank goodness. We found more licorice plant. And it growing into a bush. Oh, this one, this gives us. That one was mature. Licorice root. These cannot be replanted. Okay, well, what do you do with them? You can't eat them either. Oh, it's for fishing bait. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. Still gonna get these. So we've got more seeds. I got 3 licorice seeds. Plus the one at home is 4. Awesome. My inventory is almost full again. We probably have like one more trip after I drop this stuff back off at the boat before we're gonna have to go back home. I definitely over prepared for this trip. I thought we were gonna be gone for so long. Brought so much food. Ooh, I don't think we have copper in conglomerate. All right, here we go. Yeah, I brought a lot of food in that we haven't even touched. So, yeah. The only extra tool that I've used so far has been my Hawk's blade, but that was close to breaking anyway, so like, not surprise. The prospecting pick is getting close, but I think we'll be able to get home. It breaks. So I've got that. Get rid of that. All right. Pick up some more copper. I've also been finding a lot of bismuth. Yeah. What was bismuth I found? Just poking in and out of caves around here. It's been really nice. I've found some ruins. Nothing too terribly interesting. A couple of lore books, but then also some lore books that already had information that we have read already. So I did dump those just for the inventory space. Ooh, like that hole. All right, so we did move a bit. So this is where we were first going and where we found that translocator. And then I moved up here to where that trader is. And I'm kind of just going down a little bit. Looks like we're about to hit some mountains. Looking around, it looks like this is another, not quite a desert. It's more like, it makes me think of the Badlands from Minecraft. Like, very flat, very dry, but still has some moisture. Oh, there's some cypress trees. I wish you could plant cypress trees. I haven't figured out a way to get cypress tree seeds. Like, we've been able to get some bald cypress trees. I'm talking about these bad boys. Hold on. These suckers. I have not been able to figure out a way to get seeds from them. Mediterranean cypress. Oh, if we were to get seeds, we wouldn't see them in our inventory. Anything? Yes, we can eat this walnut seed. I have a couple others. Oh my god! We did get a Mediterranean cypress seed. Holy cow! Alright. Well, let's chop down a few more then. This is really cool. I do need to go back to the boat. Drop a bunch of this off. Alright, we've got 2 now. So a couple of years ago, we had a tree guy out. Ooh, look! Does have a log. Oh, and it makes firewood. Okay. Sorry. A couple of years ago, we had a tree guy out for our property because we had some trees like that, some of these Mediterranean cypress trees, like the little pointy guys. Well, he came up for some other work that he did, but I was also asking about those trees. I was like, hey, do you need to like reshape them regularly? Like, I've never had those kinds of trees before. Do you have to do regular maintenance on them to keep them that cone shape? And he was an arborist. It was very nice. And he was like, no, they actually just stay that shape. I was like, no way, really? I said, yeah. And years later, yeah, they're still that shape. It's so interesting how they maintain that cone shape. Speaking of our tree guy, might have to call him again soon. One of our older trees needs a trim job. I'm not talking like, oh, just go out and take some, you know, branch cutters and trim the branches yourself. No, I'm talking like the last time he was here, he was up in the tree with multiple support ropes and a chainsaw, okay? It's an ordeal. Oh, DPR. Been working on jumping. He's next week he will be 4 months old. He is teething, which sucks, but he is not good at jumping. So I've been doing some jumping training with him where, yeah, I definitely need this, where like have like a tote or a box or something. Ooh, I might have to come back for this, but we'll see. I'll have a tote or a box or something and, you know, use a toy to get him to jump up on the box. And so he's gotten to the point where he can do like 2-foot jumps, no problem. He can't get the 3 foots. And my desk, I guess, is about 3 foot. And previously what he was doing is my tower sticks out a little bit from where it is underneath my desk. He would jump onto my tower and then jump up, but he was pressing the power button. So my game would just die randomly. Like if you would just turn off randomly, but he would jump up there. So we're working on his hops, but he did just now try to jump up, and he failed. He jumped up and he just fell back down. Fortunately he's still, you know, pretty elastic, the kitten. I do need this black coal, so I do want to get the coal. I am worried about inventory space. We've been talking about. I might have to mark this, go back to the boat, and then come back. And then come back to get the rest of this. But can you put fire clay in here? You cannot. Yeah, so we can do that for now. But I need to go dump some of this. Like the Bitmus coal we can put in here, but honestly, this is probably the last thing I can dump. So yeah, definitely need to head back. Mark this. Head back to the boat. Right up there. And then come back. This might be the last thing while we explore while we're down here. The boat is getting full. Alright, let's head back. Alright, so this is full. Look at all this food. I got some more pies, but that's about it. There's so much food in there. Full. Almost full. Not quite full. Full. And then almost full. Oh, these can get, we can stack those here. Okay. Okay, yeah, so pretty much whatever we bring back. Here's this music box that I want to put in the museum, and these seeds. Pretty much whatever we bring back with the black coal is going to be in our inventory. While we make the trip. Okay, so we're gonna go back out. We're gonna go try to get that black coal again. And then when we get our inventory full and we come back, we gotta go back to base. We're full up, man. We didn't use hardly any of that that I brought. I guess it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So that's okay. We will put it down in the cellar for storage. I got a lot of, oh goodness, bismuth. So we can make a bunch more lanterns, which is very exciting. I think I've got enough that I feel comfortable making some more large lanterns, because I've just been making some small ones recently. But I think we've got enough bismuth now that we can make a few more large ones. The large ones also require nails. So I'll have to make nails and plates. And maybe I know one sheep, ooh, crap, I got turned around. One sheep had given birth when I had left, so maybe the other one will have not really enough clay here for me to mark this. And then if that's the case, we can collect milk for cheese and go ahead and start getting them ready to rebreed. And then pigs too. I don't think the pigs are going to have their babies by the time we get back. I think that's going to be a little bit, they just got pregnant at the end of last month. I think it takes a full month for them. It looks like a trader light. It's the trader. Yeah, traders are just easier to find at night. One thing I think would be really cool is if they had like regular constellations in the sky that shifted with the seasons and everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just random. I haven't really noticed any patterns. Okay, you are a trader. How do we get in? What trader are you? Are you commodities trader? Or building? Furniture. Ooh. Ooh, I don't have either of those. Here's the thing. We don't really we don't really have the space. Also, look, are any of these I do want Old Cypress leak doors. Dang. All right, hold on. How close are you? You're pretty close. All right. All right, we're gonna go back and get some gears. All right. First, hold on. Let me think. So we want these for the museum. We need 2 for nature to lore, 2 from lore to armory. So that's 4. And then we need 1 in nature to get to the garden area. We need 2 in lore to get to the garden area. And we need 1 in armory to get to the garden area. So that is a total of 8. So we need 8. Oh, he's only got 2? Oh! They're 10 gears each. All right, so we're going to buy both of those. So we'll buy 2. So we need to bring 20 gears. Yeah, I can do that. You know what I'm realizing as I'm running back to the boat? Is that it's a good thing that I didn't need all that food. Because I'm pretty sure I forgot to bring a bowl. I bought a bunch of Crocs, but I didn't bring a bowl. I don't know, maybe we would have found a bowl in one of the ruins. Okay, gears are here. Okay, so you see I'm damage tier 3. See, I'm not going to open the mini map because I don't want to die. But you can see on the one in the top right-hand corner, the translocator. This is the translocator we found when we were first going through and looking at all of the exploring the coastline. And I never activated it. And I was like, well, I've got 2 temporal gears. I could just go put the 2 in, try to get a 3rd temporal gear, and then we could just see where it goes. Okay? That was the plan. I have not found another temporal gear. My food is rotting. And I'm almost out of healing bandages. It's not going well. Okay. Oh my god. This first. Yeah. So it's not going well. I am going to try to get out of here. This is my last healing bandage. I'm gonna try to get out. And then we're gonna sail home as quickly as possible. I just don't remember my path out. I might have to just dig another hole. That might be the fastest route. It's just to dig up. But I did go ahead and put the 2 temporal gears that I did have into that translocator. So we get another one. Either while we're down here or if we decide to bring some more down to do a second exploration, which we will probably wait until next month to do another exploration down here. Just because I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff at base that needs to get done. But we'll have a translocator partially set up that we can quickly activate and see where it takes. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Good. Because I'm getting ready to say we are in a mountainous area, so I wasn't sure how high we would have to dig up. Tier ones, I'm feeling pretty safe about taking them out. Oh, God. Want to go down or want to keep going up? This could lead to a mouth entrance, cave mouth entrance. We're gonna go out here, the highest point, and we're gonna keep going up. All right, we're gonna be on top of the mountain. Could angle it to head that direction where it's not as steep. Oh my God, look, exit. Oh, yay. Woo. All right, now we need to get back to the boat. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'd like to mention it again. Would love if the boat had an icon like the elk does. So, for example, if I open my map, the little green icon that's right on top of our base looks like a player icon, but it's green. That's our elk. You can see where our elk is. Like it's over there by the pigs. All right, so we're heading back now. I am trying to clear up some of the fog of war as I go, but with this food almost completely rotted. Yes, we have this food. I don't have a bowl though, so I don't have a way to eat it. And I have to do our best. Well, the elk is not going to work. I'm trying to get it down here to the translocator because Echo takes us pretty far this way. Yes, Echo takes us all the way over here, which is too far for the elk to teleport. So if I go to this translocator and I pop out above ground, it's too far for the elk to transport there. I was like, well, maybe I can just get it to teleport underground and then I can put it on the translocator, but it doesn't. Oh my God, it did it. Okay. It wasn't doing it, and now it did do it. All right. No, 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 no. Up. Up. Rotate. Okay. All right. Get in. We can fix this. Okay. But then the problem is that, oh God, this road's on. Oh, no, 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 no. We can do this. We can do this. All right. Yes, we cannot ride the elk, but we can teleport them as we run down the road. Yes! All right. We've got our elk backpack. It's still gonna take me a long time to empty the ship. I did do a quick animal check. I was going, ooh, this might, oh no, 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 this should be fine because I can go up. I guess when I come back down, I'm gonna have to teleport the elk in here. And then, yeah, I can get it, yeah, I can teleport down in here and then I can just start running. That's fine. And I can get it to teleport up here. All right, what was I saying? It's gonna take me it's gonna take a long time to unload the ship. I'm going to have to, no, I didn't bring more food. Sorry. I got more food in the ship still. I didn't unload all the food. I keep getting distracted. There's a lot to do. Yes, grass. Okay, so I was going to feed the sheep to get the sheep starting to breed again, but I only have 5 pieces of dried grass. So I do need to probably come down here and with my scythe get a bunch more dried grass because they're pretty much in a dried grass again. I am trying to put things away like in the museum as I bring them in, just so that, you know, unpack and put everything where it should be instead of just dumping it in a random chest or anything like that. I did check on the steel. The steel, next batch of steel is done. I just need to break open the coffins, get that out, and then we need to process the blister steel. Obviously no crops were growing, but a bunch of the compost finished, and I did recently post a berry science video. I was trying to figure out how often do I really need to be fertilizing these berry bushes, because I've been pretty on top of fertilizing them. As soon as all the nutrients are soaked up from the fertilizer, I've been re-fertilizing. And it seems like I don't need to do that. It does seem like you really only need to fertilize them every few years, honestly. But what my plan is to use potash instead of compost, because potash got like 10% more. It's got more nutrients than compost does, and I want to save my compost to make terra preta. And I have at least 2 stacks compost right now. I think I have 2 full stacks and then a partial stack of 60, so almost full stack. I would love to go ahead and get some more terra preta down in the greenhouses. Ooh, I haven't called the elk in a minute. I don't know if I'm too far. I think I'm too far. Love to get the greenhouses some more terra preta during winter while we're not growing anything. So come spring, we can start, we'll have more terra preta down and things will be able to grow a little bit faster. Oh my god, I was not paying attention. I was talking about preta. You should be able to hear this flute, my dude. There you are. Thank you. So we were talking spring prep a little bit. Yes, terra preta, getting it down there. So I do need to go get some more sylvite from the salt that we have. It seems like I was wrong that sylvite isn't only at the bottom of the salt base, it can be like in the middle. So I do need to like check the entire pillar of salt, it seems like. So we'll do that. Oh, I am going to over fertilize the berry bushes because I want them to get to the bountiful state. So I already forget. I think it's 80. If it's over an average of 80% across all 3 nutritions, it becomes bountiful, something like that. So we're going to try to get bountiful berry bushes. And then I also do want to start propagating them. I want to go ahead and get cuttings from all the ones that we have at our base and plant those so we can try to get full berry bush fields. And then I keep putting it off, the distillery. We need to get the distillery going so that we can make wine to preserve the berries, that we can have berry nutrition during winter, because we're pretty set on everything else. We're starting to implement dairy, but for grain, protein, and veggies, the pot pies obviously are wonderful for that. I'm so glad I made this road. It makes things so much easier. I did mention earlier that I do want to do another southern expedition probably next month. Now that I know we don't need that much food, we can bring a lesser amount of food. And that way we'll have a little more room for items in our boat chests. And I would like to bring one temporal gear so that we can finish setting up that one translocator. That'll be great. You need to make, so here's the thing though, is I don't have, well, maybe I do, because I got a bunch of flax. I don't have much linen, but I think we got a bunch of flax and we've gotten some flax twine. So I might be able to make more linen to make bandages. Okay, yeah, so I think we'll be okay. All right, I'm just kind of talking about what future plans are while we're running through these tunnels, but I'll go ahead and get to work on unloading this boat and see you guys in a little bit. All right, I've been doing some base work. I've been doing some museum stuff. Check it out. We can now get to the little garden court area thing. We've been able to do that from the mining, or from the nature wing for a little bit, but now we can go into the lore wing from here. Oh my god, I need so much lighting! And then the bald cypress sleek doors that we got from our southern expedition, I've put up over here. Love them! Definitely need to get more. Need to start traveling to furniture traders more often. Also got courtyard access to the one between the armory and the lore section, and I've got windows over here and a door, so you can now, oops, cut through the garden / courtyard areas, which still need to be massively terraformed, but it is progress. I would love to also try to finish up the dab for here. We're so close. It's very, very close to being done. I'm just so sick of gathering granite sand at this point. But we'll do it. We'll get it done. I did gather some andesite sand to start working on the wall a little bit, to start outlining how we want it to look. So currently, this is kind of an example of what it would be looking like, where there's a I'm doing bottom slabs here because I don't want anything spawning up here, right? And then there's a little wall that you can peek over. Now the museum's blocking a lot of the view right here, so it's not as cool to do that on this side. But to be able to do it on one of these other sides that has a nice view, it's going to be great. But I do believe this is going to be the height, so we do need to increase the height all the way around. And since I did go ahead, oh yeah, I'm also placing torches. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for spacing on this just yet, so the spacing on this might change. But just imagine torches along the wall, and then we also still need to chisel out little archery holes. So that is coming. Oh, yes, I remember what I also wanted to talk about. I'm going to use this corner, since I already put some dab and wattle. It's not as tall as it needs to be, but it's a start. I'm going to use this corner to start outlining what I want the towers to start looking like. Because remember, we've wanted towers in each corner with lightning rods on top. We have a lightning rod up there. Additional lightning rods. Not losing my chickens again. Okay, it's not happening. But towers on all of the corners, and this will also act as a way to, we'll also be able to enter, like be able to climb up the tower, and then it'll have an entrance / exit to the little landing that we're going to have going all the way across. So if you imagine that this right here is a corner area, we would have a door or gate or something where you could go in and out of the tower. That's going to allow for quick access from the moat to the towers to the landing, all that stuff. Ooh, okay. It's been really nice just doing building stuff again. Additionally, let's hop into this greenhouse. Made some more terra preta. Look, this is almost completely terra preta. So these two are high fertility, so I will dig them up once we have the high fertility for them. But we're very close. We're just kind of waiting on compost as per usual, but I should be able to do more now that I'm not going to be using my compost for berries. I've got 2 barrels that are composting now. One is very close to I do believe I started feeding the goats a little too early because this one is several days before ready to mate, and there's another one. One hasn't even eaten anything yet. Oh, there she is. Yes, she hasn't eaten anything yet. This one is less than 3 days before ready to mate, and then the other one's pregnant wherever she is. They like to lay down in the snow, and I can't find them. You're actually in here. Okay, so the one's pregnant. So they're kind of going to have scattered births, which I didn't really want. I got too excited, though. Oh, well. It'll be fine. I do have a large trough over here for the elk. I do put a little bit of hay in there. Role play mind is like he's got access to all of this. So he's mostly eating this grass. And he also... We don't have to actually feed him, so I don't want to waste a ton of grass on him, but I do put some grass in there for him, okay? He's not completely starving to death. I did go ahead and feed the chickens again. We got some Generation 9s in there. There were some that had eggs, and I just wanted to make sure there was plenty that were broody. So I just went ahead and fed them again. We'll just leave them alone for now. And the pigs have started having piglets. Oh my god, they're like in the snow and they can't hop around. So we've got one that's still pregnant. I think is it just the one that's still pregnant? Oh my god, there's more than I thought there were. They're just laying down. I can't see them. So we just are waiting on that one to give birth, it looks like. And then we'll have them all born, and then we just need to wait for them to grow up. Oh, additionally, I should also mention right now the only torch holders that are up here are up here right now are the aged bronze or the aged torch holders that we've been getting from ruins. I am going to make some normal bronze ones, and then it'll just kind of be a scattering. It'll be random between aged versus bronze, but again, just trying to get a little outline of what this is going to be looking like. Been doing some chiseling. I wanted to add a backsplash over here, and I moved my cooking pots to here since the backsplash is over here, and I added a little faucet to the water basin thing. And I got the bay window going. Look at this. Love it. It's so pretty. I do want to put another plant over here, and then I'm probably, what I'm probably going to do is the bottom right here, I'm going to chisel these out and then have pine planks under here, and just so that I can put like the plants actually on here. I think I'll be able to do that. With it having chiseled on the edges, I think it'll be okay since this is kind of like in the center. We will see though. But very happy with how that has turned out. That's not all I've been working on. I've been doing more wall work, and I wanted to wait to start recording until the sun started coming up, which it should be starting to come up now. Yes, I am liking the height of this wall. I'm now not liking how tall this greenhouse building is going to be since it's right up against this. So I'm going to probably redo this greenhouse building a good bit. But we do have the beginnings of a tower over here. And now over here, you can see how that little step up works better, like where you can see through stuff. So that's great. I don't know where the floors are going to be. Obviously, there'll be a floor here. This is going to be the landing, so these windows are going to move up a bit. And it is going to go a little bit higher. I want it probably about the same height as the windmill, like each of the towers. That'll be all right. I think I'm okay with the greenhouses being that high. Be able to jump onto the greenhouses, I guess. I think I'm okay with that. We need to check on the pigs real quick. Good. Yeah, I gotta just run around so all the babies wake up and stand up. There they are, all are. They're doing all right. Hey, I'm wondering if I need to them, but I don't want... I'm torn, because I don't want these Gen 4s to get a bunch of the food, because I want the Gen 5s to be the ones that breed next. I'm gonna hold off on feeding them. Chickens are doing well. I can hear some chicks in there. I'm not gonna bother them at the moment. All right, so that is pregnant. Still time before it's ready to mate. And you can see they do get up there. And the little thing sometimes is pregnant, 3 portions eaten. All right. So we have 2 that still need to get pregnant, but this one is less than 3 days. I'm going to wait until she is ready to mate before I feed, and then those, hopefully that one that only has 3 portions and this ewe will be the ones who get the food. I do want to hop in here to get warm before we go up the tower to look down at the base. Did go through and like heal up some of my stuff a little bit. Did heal up my armor. And then my clothes healed up a bit, but maybe I should heal them more. Let me see how much more flax we have. I'm gonna do the fur coat first. All right, maybe this will help keep me a little bit more warm. All right, yeah, it's hard to see with the snow, but the wall is definitely looking more formidable from up here, which is great. I'm loving that. Yeah, this greenhouse thing is gonna have to be completely redone. Still need to put a roof on the apiary. Still putting off doing the distillery. Still need to do that. Oh my god, I need to make a bunch more shingles. Maybe that's what I'm going to do for the rest of December, is just make shingles. While it's really cold and snowy. I do also have some bony soil that I need to go through and sift out. Or pan, I guess. Some bony soil I need to pan. It is interesting that the planted plants don't go dormant during the winter, even though they're outside. Kind of fun. All right, but yeah, I've been putting it off. Let's do more shingles. Try to get more done with this roof while the weather's still nice. Wanted to go ahead and show this off before it gets dark. But I've been testing where I want to put the archery holes, and I'm thinking 3 block spaces is going to be a pretty good spacing. So we've got that, and then we'll put the torches on top of the archer holes, what they're actually called. Call them archer holes. And then a quick look at the base. Well, we can still kind of see it without it snowing too badly. There's wall, and you can see the 2 archer holes that I've started. I'm gonna do that all the way around. So it's gonna be a lot of chiseling, kind of getting into a chiseling jam. I did get a bunch of shingles created. I also have a bunch of blue clay bricks that will be fired. I need to go get more blue. We have found some spots recently that I've been going out to. Once we get probably another 2 stacks of blue clay bricks in here, I'll go ahead and fire up the beehive kiln. The thing I want the bricks for is I'm going to be turning them into cream bricks. I actually want to make the outer towers, like at least the base part of the outer towers, out of the cream bricks. And then so there'll be this texture but cream down here, probably up to around here, up to wherever this line meets, and then from there probably limestone cobble / asher blocks. Yeah, some kind of limestone block. Lots of little decorating things going on. Woo! Woo! Alright. Oh my god. This has never happened before. Oh my god. What the heck? It's just like swimming up. I've literally never had them swim up to attack me, and it's happened twice in like 5 minutes. Look at this deer running. Oh, he's running on the water.